Already today's video challenge the Lakehouse stealth, no suppressors, no lockpicks, and takedown limit. So we've got takedown limit on Lakehouse, which is not really all that great since that's not just something like unintimidating where we just can't interrogate and therefore, well, we have to do a much longer route to actually take everyone out. Unfortunately, we just can't take everyone out, which ideally we would be able to since that would allow us to actually, well, do everything unencumbered, but regardless, there's also no lockpicks, which... I mean, we've got a very simple solution, it's a drill, but aside from that, there's also no suppressors, but all in all, we still have, well, that box over there that we do want to access. So essentially, we're just going to wait for the guards to move away, which is right around now, absolutely perfect, and you're just going to stay over there being completely, well, oblivious. So whilst that happens, we're going to get this open, and essentially, hopefully no one sees anything, because otherwise things would be quite bad, is the best summary of, well, everything that could possibly be. So we're just going to rewire this. Unfortunately, you have decided to go over here, so unfortunately we do have to take out one guard from outside, and of course for some reason you're going to not see anything, which I will consider quite hilarious since the guard did see things for just a short moment, it's just that it was, well, subsequently blocked by the tree, and the guard stopped behind a tree, which is most definitely quite amusing, so we're just gonna ignore that right now. And then we're just gonna go inside, because that's, I suppose, something that we can indeed do. So right now, while Cyber lures, well, presumably someone, we're gonna search the files over here, and hopefully we get something that's, well, decently important, which... Speaking of which, we are indeed luring someone. But right now what I want to do is actually find out... Hold on, how many people are we luring right now? You know what, let's not question that. Instead, we're just gonna find out where the camera operator is, because that's kind of what we want, so... Ideally, it's not gonna be this one over here, so... Unfortunately, it seems like that is indeed the case, and because it's not lockpicking, well... We haven't got that great of a case for drilling this open, since... It's gonna be very, very easily seen, and that's maybe not the best idea, but... We're gonna do it anyways, because, well, I suppose we could, and that's... essentially the only reason. Now, for one reason is, well, there's a camera outside over there that we do want to eventually, well, take care of, because... We're kind of running through there later on, and, well, if we do actually... And, well, if we actually have a bag and the camera detects us, then things won't really end all that well, but... Aside from that, at least now we won't have radios, and that's the only reason. It's not all that compelling, but... It's the hope here. Now, for some reason, we've got whatever this absurdity is, so if you could just... If I could just hold your attention for a bit longer, because I'm pretty sure I do see 3 guards inside of here, which is... all in all quite concerning for not getting caught, so... Hopefully things go well on that front, but we're gonna switch this file over here, cyber backs everything up. And essentially... we should very well be, well, out of radios from this point onwards, and... Well, I guess I must say I am quite tempted, so... That's not a takeout, so we're just gonna quickly, well, bag them up. Hopefully have it, well, be relatively well hidden. And then we need to find a hiding spot, which... Maybe right now it's not the best plan, so essentially... Right now would be a great time to go over there, and just go downstairs, which... Right now would not be a great time to take out a guard, because it's... Indeed trying to mess with the takedown limit of, well, 4, and we are ready to go. One guard outside, one guard inside of here, and one guard right outside over there, which is a guard from inside, which is maybe a rather roundabout way of thinking about it, but for the most part, it's probably not for the best, so... You know what, since there's no one loitering about, we're just gonna quickly go in here, leave this over here, and whilst we can, we might as well hack the cameras, because we could, I guess, so... Sure. Now, essentially, we're just gonna awkwardly wait over here and just report in on when things are clear, and that's really about all that we can do, so... We're just gonna awkwardly stare down this area over here, and I guess we could drop a drill and subsequently get, well, some intel, but... Then again, it's not all that important, and, well, it's frankly not worth all that much risk, so... You know what, we're gonna do it anyways, though, because we can, and that's really the only reason. It's not very compelling, but we don't have a blowtorch anyway, so it's not like, well, getting that over there would be anything useful, so... In other words, we're just going to be doing literally anything else right now and just way over here. And once again, because unfortunately we don't actually have a blowtorch, we can't just get this open, which would make escaping a lot easier, but then again, well, there are still 5 guards roaming about, which we don't really want. So right now we're just going to continue waiting over here. And I suppose we could just, well, wait over here. And then, well, first of all, not get detected, because that's generally not a good thing. So if we could just walk literally anywhere else, that would be quite nice, but I suppose we could do this instead. Never mind then. We could not, so we're just gonna do this instead. And then afterwards, subsequently, just, well, wait. Hi there, you. I'm just gonna go the complete opposite direction because that's probably for the better. And then, well, we're just gonna wait over here. See what happens, because that's essentially all that we can do. And then afterwards, well, it's really just once again a matter of waiting. And I guess at this point it's probably a good time to just stand over here and just awkwardly look out for any guards so that we roughly know if it's a good time, which, judging from that, it is not a good time, but we'll just wait over here. And then afterwards, we're just going to prepare. That's really all that we can do right now, so it's not really for the better right now, so whenever we feel safe, there is that guard over there, which does not very much make me feel safe, but well, that's unfortunate. We just need one of the guards to move somewhere that, well, can't see anything. And then afterwards, once we're ready over here, we're just gonna go, which right now seems like an absolutely great time, so we're just gonna quickly close over there. And then afterwards we're gonna get out of here, well, by presumably not getting caught, which seems a bit like a given, but we're just gonna go through here, we're gonna go through there, and then afterwards we just have to, well, not get caught, but by the guards outside, which, considering how much we've just almost been seen by them earlier, might not go all that well, but hopefully it will, because that's kind of all that we can hope for. So we're just gonna go through here, we're gonna run through here, and essentially all of the guards should in theory see absolutely nothing, or at least that's kind of the hope, so assuming that we actually sprint here in a decent amount of time, we're gonna be able to get out of here. And that's the daily challenge done in just over 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!